Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I wanted to share with you some details about the fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala. Imam Abu Hanifa was among the very few imams who would always dig deep into the rationale and the reasoning behind the rulings. At the time of Imam Abu Hanifa, this was not very widely accepted because it was very close to the time of Sahaba, and the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ was enough, and people were just, what did he ﷺ say, and what did the Sahaba do? But Imam Abu Hanifa lived in a place in Iraq, in a city called Kufa, where many people were not Muslim yet, and many people have become Muslim from traditions that even their habits and their type of issues and questions were not even known in the city of Medina and to the people who lived there. So he had to really make things to address those concerns and new challenges that the Muslim scholars have seen. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala had a sheikh who he used to love a lot by the name of Hammad. Hammad radiallahu anhu ardah was actually the big scholar, or the most important and significant person in the life of Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa actually stayed with Imam Hammad until the death of Hammad radiallahu anhu ardah. But subhanAllah, the thing that is really interesting about Imam Abu Hanifa is that he did not write. The people who wrote the fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa were his students. In particular, there was a person by the name of Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Shaybani. Muhammad ibn al-Hassan al-Shaybani. This was the greatest student of Imam Abu Hanifa. And there was another one called Abu Yusuf, who was a judge. Abu Yusuf al-Qadi and Muhammad ibn al-Hassan al-Shaybani. Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Shaybani, when he wrote al-fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa, he wrote about 6 books. They were called ظاهر الرواية. ظاهر الرواية. And those books were the core of the madhab of Imam Abu Hanifa. And then, subhanAllah, people relied on these. And then later, in another generation, a scholar summarized all what the inheritance of Abu Hanifa was, along with the masail that Imam Abu Yusuf has talked about, along with all those 6 books of Zahir al-Riwayah, and he put it in a book called Al-Kafi. And then later, one of the greatest imams in the Hanafi madhab came by the name of Al-Imam As-Sarakhsi. As-Sarakhsi. Imam As-Sarakhsi, rahimahullah ta'ala, was not only an imam in knowledge, but he was an imam of being a model. He was someone who would always say the truth and not really hide, not really compromise on his religion. So, as you may expect, this has caused him to be in prison. So the ruler has imprisoned him in a water well. And subhanAllah, in their time, the prison was still better than our today's prison, because they allowed people to come and talk to him from the water well. Just imagine the water well has a deep inside, and then there's like a place where someone can stand next to the water. So he was placed there for several years. His students used to come to him, and they wanted to make it easy on him. So they used to come and listen to him and ask him questions. So they told him, or actually he made a plan that maybe the whole summary of the fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa al-Kafi is something that he can explain in a long and extended explanation. And indeed he did that. He did that all from his own memory. All from his own memory. Kitab al-Mabsut, which is the book that he authored, Imam Sarakhsi, it's called al-Mabsut. It's over 30 volumes. 30 volumes. All came from here, nothing else. And he memorized the books of Al-Kafi, all the ظاهر الرواية that were written, every masail of Imam Abu Hanifa and his students, and he explained them. And they used to write after him, they are on top of the well, he is down in the well. Just imagine yourself if you are put in a water well as a prison, what type of depression that you would have, or anxiety, or all those different things. Every type of excuse you will have. This man, subhanAllah, he not only he was so optimistic, he was the one who would tell his students, be patient, be patient. They are on top, they are free. He is inside the water well, yet he was the one who was encouraging them to continue in their righteous path. And subhanAllah, this book called Al-Mabsut is one of the greatest books in fiqh. If you ever want to even enjoy the science of fiqh, you must read that. At least you cannot read it all as together. It's one of the greatest and largest books, but at least read through it and see, subhanAllah, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed this ummah with great people like Al-Imam al-Sarakhsi, like Imam Abu Hanifa, like his students Muhammad ibn al-Hassan and Abu Yusuf al-Qadi. Jazakumullah khair. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam.